Okay, let's go chat to Measurehead. Note, in case of a strike, press button behind guard. A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There is no lockpicking or door kicking this one. The future belongs to Measurehead.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant side agrees. Why does she sound like Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy? My body is unimportant. I'm with the police, and we need to get into the harbour.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat. Not Rachel Ghul.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Oh, alcohol. Yeah, you're right, I'm an alcoholic, and I need that dead body to no longer be in a tree.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Oh no, the ham sandwich race influence is waning. My ham sandwich privilege. No.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
The fat racist over there, point to the racist lorry man. You're just him after pumping some iron.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours.
He pauses
It
in melancholy
saddens
reflection.
me. You were once a noble and powerful race.
We really weren't.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity,
Oh god.
powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
So like me when I play Civilization.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos.
Potatoes are great.
But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
The sadness will never end. Bring me the Horizon song.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Yeah, I know, because Call Me Mañana told me.
This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
Okay, look, you're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Oh man, are we gonna have a race war? Let's not have a race war. That would be bad.
Bring your troops to the Semenese Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
I mean, there would be a certain irony as a British person of, you know, someone wiping out the British and then stealing all their stuff and putting it in a museum in their country. Lord knows the British Museum has nicked enough stuff from across the world.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go. I Bagsy being in a bottle with a copy of Montero, Call Me By Your Name by Lil Nas X.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory.
Wait,
He would take you as one of his own.
wouldn't that mean I have to become a Semenese supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
I mean, that, I could knock him out. 8% chance. That could happen. I could conceptualize. The conceptualization is one. Oh, wait, you serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbour, seemingly bored with you. Yes, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I've gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Semenese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
Wait, does that mean Dr. Roxo is the father of disco? I'm on cocaine!
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Semenese race.
I don't really know who the Semenese are. I recently experienced head trauma.
I can see that. The Semenese are the South Island race, haplogroup A4A, the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So, you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revacol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Semenese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So you're not really Semenese, you're just from Revacol?
I'm from Couronne.
He changed his tactics.
And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Semenese strategy. Spreading through
Spelt like
its
semen.
trade networks, our culture will dominate the world.
I'm just throwing that out there. It's spelt like semen.
You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting that dead body down from the tree.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be a really good one.
That will be the...
That will be our lucky
He will
racist.
grant us 3 wishes.
A pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
He leans in to inspect.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. the congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Okay, let's just conceptualize his superiority.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks at you. It's for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailor.
The man tells him.
A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Okay, I can hazard a guess what CS stands for. I'm trying to be good and I won't say it.
Those are the Semenese,
Okay.
the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Wait, who exactly are the Maun?
You know them by the names of their nation-states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Mahun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Sudulu and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
The wooden clogs, though.
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
What the fuck? Oh, this is
Colorful
amazing.
tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
Okay, got it. Who are Type A, then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
He draws his finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
Are you dissing tacos? Don't diss tacos, man. Come on. That's not cool. And who are the Semenese and Areopagites in this?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Semenese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
And the Semenese are...
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Semenese inhabit the southern islands.
He gestures towards the south across the ocean.
I am Semenese. from the stock of Ulmuir on Ile de Fantôme.
And the Areopagites?
The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Semenese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Maran to Ansuland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Marne Occidentals discovered this place.
What's the difference between the Semenese and the Areopagites? Continue receiving wisdom.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Semenese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected in adapting. Together they form the Semeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Type B.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Koikos of Grad, Hugo, Zimsk, Chest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
You said Kojkos. I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions.
Yes, to an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a hand's on which. But look into their eyes and you will see.
Ham sandwich race.
They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
Potatoes!
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Or Brexit.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
You don't like ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos.
And the Valkyries you mentioned?
The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Two mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Oh, that and the film version of Cats.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
I'm pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive chessmen.
I will say, like a fever dream of skin, hair, skin, hair, and bone is a fucking hell of a line. Go away, stupid political thoughts. What was this revolution?
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath, eating potato cars.
Oh no!
It is literally an illness. A prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the coico to the occidental.
He pauses in theoretic self-reflection.
But not sexually. Probably through trade roots and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
Oh my god, potatoes are the seed of revolution. Must not make an IRA joke.
Enough of type mediocrity.
He nods, satisfied with the outcome. The vile CF race cauldron of pederasty, please.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Chimeric experiments?
Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Semenese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Semenese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey.
He looks west, ruefully.
All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
I feel like he just insulted Eddie Guerrero, and I'm not having that.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Maybe I have misunderstood something, but aren't humans too similar to produce genetically sterile offspring?
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education.
Any more?
Then there is...
He pauses dramatically.
The Seminokoiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Seminokoiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site.
Yes.
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Semenese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Semenese strength and great servility. This will never happen. The Semenese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Semenese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman, or Koika.
Okay. Ignoring that this guy's a massive racist, and therefore an idiot, is there no such thing as artificial insemination in this universe?
But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Well, now that we've been through all types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
But how do I word the mystery? Except
you need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
Let's discuss something else.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
On that note, I'll leave. Right, so I need to internalize this thought. A mass of fantastic races swirls in your head. Desert pygmies playing with their own excrement, Chicos juggling potatoes, eczema-ridden mounds grinning and dancing on wooden clogs. Everyone is there, the whole race gang, plus some that you may have come up with yourself. The thieving subkipts and the Seolite cast of fortunates hatchling some kind of scheme. In the eye of this race Empyrean, a vertigo reaching up to the heavens, you sense something drawing nearer. Nearer. Fooled by the absurdity. Ha! Okay.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Okay, first, where is this Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally. Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
But what about all the things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What rationality? What sang-froid? What a fucking joke.
Okay, wait, is the Kingdom of Conscience really about doing things, or is it just about preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Ooh, it only gives me a binary choice there. Of course it does. No.
Then you've never lived through real chaos. Sometimes, in the face of great disaster, defending the status quo is progress.
Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Man, that sounds kind of terrible. I don't think I want to be a moralist anymore. Opt out. Yeah, no, that sounds weird.
What you want is immaterial. The Kingdom of Conscience is coming, whether you like it or not. Only very slowly.
Yeah. Right, so I have to... Okay, Kuno lied to you. Of course he fucking did, little shit. Okay. Ooh. Right. Let's go yell at Kuno, the little shit.
Does Kuno care?
Before he turns to you, he doesn't care. I talked to Manana about the armor.
So?
He raises his eyebrows, projecting aggressive indifference. He said to thank you. Wasn't too keen on chasing down that armor anyway.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a give her like that, yes?
He looks slightly confused.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig.
He's on your
Kuno
business.
sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Whatever, kid.
What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Kuno was just being nice to you. You got fucked bad. Now limp the fuck out of here. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Whatever, Kuno, you fucking little shit. That's that sorted. Okay. Right, so we're pretty sure the guy riling them up is one of the mercs, so we want to be smart about this and not get ourselves murdered. It says GRIH.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbour gate. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Oh, okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different.
He leans closer.
It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of a cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Oh good, it's a speak and spell. Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here.
He bellows to the gates.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scab.
The loitering man hollers in return. Okay, don't show him the fucking picture because we're pretty sure he is one of the mercenaries. Who are all these strikebreakers? Look around.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily greying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
He starts bellowing.
Given a job to do!
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you are unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either.
He pointed off
I
the
mean
staircase.
head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Have you considered storming in? Like, all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
Whoa, that's a bit dodgy.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Man rubs his jaw. A perfect, lightly bearded square wedge.
He seems to be following his orders well enough for now. But beneath it all, there is a boiling rage and a dangerous carelessness. Do not be fooled by the programming. There is a precarious balance inside him, keeping him in check. But it's shaky as hell, and he's tired of it all.
I want to get into the harbour too.
Have fun.
He snorts.
Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hotel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
The play is snappy and terse. Absolutely nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work!
He again shakes his large fist and turns back to you.
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
I don't know.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
He turns around to both
Let
sides.
us work!
I'm just going to leave now. Okay. Sounds like fucking messed up. Okay, what's that?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
Oh god, it's the fucking racists, lorry. What about the backseat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eelmdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia.
He grits his teeth.
Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver. I think this lorry belongs to our tough guy.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Leave. Okay, look at this.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane.
Encyclopedia, medium elf. What did this king do?
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago?
Damn you, RNG!
High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Yeah, leave. Okay, well, there's some guys in the hostel now. Saw them earlier. Maybe if we talk to them, they might know something. Also, I didn't talk to the nice lady in the wheelchair.
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Oh, I'm no Sweetie. Look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Okay, no, I don't have the heart. I just don't have the heart to try and drag her into my...
Of course,
I'm
dear.
getting here.
Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. Okay, can I talk to any of these people? I can talk to Moby over there. Oh, and that chap. I'll talk to him in a minute. It's all about money, you know. Gotta spend money to make money. Shut up, Moby. Sleeping dockwalker. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirts read Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Okay, I could try waking him up.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Wake up! This is an order! I am the law!
Why the yelling, man?
The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look.
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
You're alive? You looked out for the long count there.
Wait, what? No, he was just sleeping.
He seems pissed off.
What do you want, officer?
Why are you sleeping here while the others are out striking?
They got it. Measurehead's got it. He's guarding the gate. Or just getting some sleep. Or was.
Who's behind organising the strike?
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
You mean there's no leader?
Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
Tell me about Wild Pines.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's that going?
How's it going?
Dockwalker lets out a big yawn and stares at the cafeteria's terrace doors. Some fingerprints glisten on the glass.
Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
Well, of course, it's a total madhouse.
Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment. For one, I could get some goddamn shut-eye.
He rubs his eyes and his head fall back to the table.
Sleep, I say.
What about the dead body in the yard?
Yeah, what about it?
I'm just trying to find out what you know about it.
You know, People die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs.
He respites.
If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
Someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
What trouble?
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
See anything interesting in your dreams?
Thank God, no.
Was it pure nothing? Your consciousness no larger than a grain of single malt?
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir. But when I'm out, then I'm really out. No malt grains or whatever, no poetry stuff, just quality time.
Well, I'm jealous.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and detection.
Alright, I'll let you sleep.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
Yep, I'm very jealous. Okay, let's see what else we got. Talk to a guard here.
Can I help you?
He arches an eyebrow. So about that money I owe.
Yes, have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Which I have 27 real 16. I should talk about something else.
Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
I've seen something here at the Whirling Gut. A thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
He tosses his head in disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Ooh, that sounded loaded.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
Well, how do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
It's after 1600. The sign said reserved starting 1600. Well, why isn't anyone in the mess hall?
Good question.
Turn to the cafeteria manager.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
Why is that?
They probably fucking killed that guy or something, and that's why.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
There's something else I wanted to ask about.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Goodbye. Okay, so who's in the Union box? Keep an eye out for them. Okay. The door there. Investigate that.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do?
You don't know what
It's
with
a door
paint
in the back
skepticism.
of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
We're out of duty. You may find something pertinent to the investigation.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
Yes, a mini-side investigation.
Garth is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Let's go talk to Gart then, who just loves talking to me.
Can I help you?
Oh, Gart, I saw another thing at the Whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
He shrugs. Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay. A little.
He shrugs.
But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Okay. Okay, so Gart doesn't have a key. So we'll try and find a way. Ooh, maybe... I wonder if the chef knows. If we can overcome the language barrier, we might figure it out.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Do you know what's behind that door? Point to the blue door.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Well, you stay masculine, baby.